With CEO of BKFC Thailand, Mr. Nick, the headhunter, Chapman. Hey Nick.
Awesome, buddy. Yourself?
See you.
Thank you for having me.
So Nick, we've got a few questions for you today.
Okay.
Is that alright?
Yeah, far away.
Okay. Could shows like TBC, shows like this, potentially shows for BKFC?
That's a very good question and absolutely 100%, but it all depends on who's running the show. So obviously Paul Windsor being involved in this show, we're all about it. You know, we're only really going to work with shows that are doing things on a good level, but absolutely that's why we're here today.
Cool. Okay.
Nick, Jimmy, nice to meet you.
You too, buddy.
One question I want to ask is, what fighters tonight have impressed you so far?
Oh wow, that's another good question. So the young man who just fought in the red corner, excellent movement. What I liked about him is how quickly he gauged the range of his opponent and he was throwing shots off centre. For me, that's what I want to see, because in bare knuckle, you can't take too many shots.
Yeah.
So this kid's thinking about how to move, how to counter, how to land shots. That kid, I want on my show.
Apparently, he was an 0-0 fighter as well, so that was his first ever fight. And
but I will say this, he comes out of Muay Thai Academy in Bangkok, that's the Sands gym. Those guys do not mess around. So anyone that comes out of that gym at any level of experience, you know they know how to fight.
have you got any fights tonight that you're looking forward to?
I love them all. Dude, I've been a fighter my whole life. I'm in the best country in the world. What do we do here? Fight. We lay in the sun. I mean, it's brilliant. So for me, every single fight I'm excited about. And what I love about the fight game is you guys will appreciate anything that happen at any time. So there's guys I'm looking at and I want to see how they perform, but sometimes it's the opponent that actually gets my attention.
Absolutely,
so, all of them for me.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So Nick, when you come to shows like this, are you able to switch off and enjoy them as a fan, or do you like to use shows like this to find new talent for BKFC?
Wow, okay. So yeah, a bit of both. Okay, so listen, I am a fighter in the heart. I have been my whole life. So for me, every day I do what I do, it's fun. So being here is fun. But I'm also working, but work's fun. And you know what they say, if you enjoy your job, you never have to do a day's work. So answers your question.
Now, Nick, I've got to ask, you have been teasing everyone with this big announcement that's coming soon for the next BKFC event.
Okay.
Is there any bit of information you're able to give us right now?
Now, if there's anyone in the world I would give this massive scoop to, it'd be Paul Windsor. However, I am restricted. We've got a big announcement coming in 2 weeks. We're going to blow your mind with our main event. And I mean, like, we're talking a global superstar is coming to Thailand to fight on our next event, bare knuckle, and it's his debut in bare knuckle.
Right.
I can't tell you much more than that, but what I can tell you is we've actually just agreed a deal with Radadamnern Stadium. So we're now going to be housed at Radadamnern. They're going to become our official location partner in Bangkok. That's an exclusive. No one else knows that. We just announced we're going to be at Bitech. We've changed that. So that's an exclusive. Also, we've just signed a deal with WorkPoint TV. 46 million people in Thailand will now be watching our content.
Wow.
So there's 2 exclusives for you. 2 weeks' time, you're going to hear the news about the main event. That's all I can say right now.
No worries. Just to touch on that one very quickly, you have mentioned that Muay Thai fighters transition very well into bare knuckle. Do you think we might one day see someone like a Buakaw or a Senchai competing on one of these events?
Is that a leading question? Okay, let me tell you something. Absolutely.
It is.
Absolutely 100%. You will probably see guys like that in this organisation very, very soon.
Okay, well, I was going to piggyback off that. Can you tell us what the nationality is for this big announcement?
Oh, yeah, Thai.
Thai, okay.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying no.
There's a lot of fighters in Thailand, so I mean, that's like finding a
You
needle
just
in a
know.
haystack.
I mean, look, if you don't know who it is now, then.
Anyway, okay, Nick, for any aspiring fighters that want to compete on BKFC in the future, what kind of qualities are you looking for, and what advice would you give them to guarantee a chance to fight on a big show like BKFC?
Fantastic, and I'm glad you asked me that question. So listen, first of all, like I said, pick the right show. I'm not going to work with people that are coming up through shows that aren't really representing the sport or that country particularly well. Now, not saying that people don't, it's just we're looking for a certain level. I need a professional background, I need heart, I need people that are coming to fight, not roll over. This is a bare knuckle, biggest platform in the world. There's no hiding behind a bare knuckle, so if you're serious, you've got to be ready to fight bare knuckle. But it's always good to come through a show like this because of Paul Windsor, a very, very good friend of mine and helps with my events. So if Paul says to me, listen, Nick, you've got to see this guy, I'm all ears. So think about where you're coming through. A show like this is a good place to start.
Perfect. Nick, just a last question for you. I've seen online that Bob Sapp has been calling Mike Tyson out, right?
Yeah.
And then I saw you come back with, look, Bob, if you want to go for it, I'm willing to go. Do you think there's a chance that you might one day headline one of your own events and fight Bob Sapp bare knuckle?
I would smash his fucking face in. That guy can't fight for shit. Listen, he's calling out Tyson. I'm sorry, Tyson's a hero of mine. I don't think Tyson's that bothered about Bob. I like Bob, but that doesn't mean to say I won't step in the squared circle and punch his face in, because I will. And if Bob, you want to fight, just hook me up, motherfucker, I'm ready to go. So yeah, it's possible. It just depends if Bob's got the balls.
I would love to see that event. Absolutely love it. All right.
Well, Nick, thanks very much. Best of luck on the next BKFC show.
Thank you, boys.
Nick,
Thank you.
I appreciate it very much. Thank
Up
you.
on carp, thank you.
And we'll see you in the next fight.